Well, hello again everyone, and it's a sunny morning again at the Oban Camping and Caravanning Club site. And I think our plan today is to take the motorhome into Oban. We're set up with the awning in drive-away configuration, so we should be able to easily decouple and drive the 12 miles or so into Oban. Why are you laughing? It is easy. It's easy, all right?
All right, darling. It's it's the language that I've learned.
Well, in actual fact, it's really not all that difficult. In about 10 minutes or so, you can be all sorted out and ready to be on your way. Now, as we said before, the site's actually at Barcaldine, which is a fair distance outside Oban, so it's about a 15-20 minute drive into town. Well, we've arrived in Oban. We did look up where to park before we left the campsite, and the first car park we went to, Longsdale Road, that said it was suitable for motorhomes on the internet, but when we arrived it said cars, motorcycles and light vans up to 1.5 tonne only. And there was a coach area, but that said coaches only. So it was a bit ambiguous, so we didn't want to stay there, so we moved on. And we're now at the Lochinvar car park, and we have found a motorhome space. However, I'm still not sure what we have to pay, because look what the sign says. It says, pay and display, charges apply at all times, charges apply only to coaches and lorries, cars and light vans up to 1.5 tonne, no charge. So I'm not sure where we fit in that. Well, I've been to the ticket machine and I put £3.30 in it and got a ticket that says we can park till 15:09, so let's go with that, eh? Well, it's our wedding anniversary today, so we're going to head into Oban and see if we can find a nice place to have lunch. Nikki likes the old seafood, and we've heard about a green shack you can go to and have some nice seafood, so we'll look for that. There's the big folly up on the hill there. Well, we soon located the Green Shack, and what better way to treat Nikki on our wedding anniversary than some takeaway seafood by the dockside. Direct 9.
No.
None for you, mate. Yeah, 18 years we've been married, haven't we?
We have indeed.
We have. Happy anniversary, darling.
Happy anniversary to you too.
We have a nice crab by the docks to celebrate, eh? And I've got a sandwich. Well, after that, we had a bit of a walk around the town and a look at the shops and stuff, and it were alright, but after a while, we got a bit bored and decided to go and find a little cafe instead. Happy anniversary. What do you think to Oban, my love?
It's got lovely restaurants and the seafood is excellent.
Yeah, lots of cafes and stuff, isn't there? Lots of places to eat.
There is. Whereas if you want to go shopping and get some stuff for walking and stuff. It's quite good for that too.
Yeah, there's quite a few outdoor shops and stuff, isn't there?
And there's a few tartan shops too. You were tempted
Yeah,
by
I
a
was
pair of trousers.
going to get some tartan trousers, but they were £75, you know. I bought cars for less than that.
Well, you're paying for style and tradition and workmanship.
Well, that's where I come in. Anything looks good on me.
Look at that view over there.
Right, back to the truck, then back to the campsite, I guess. Yeah, and on the way you cross this rather lovely bridge, which I think is a repurposed railway bridge. Well, back on site again, and I shall demonstrate how quick and easy it is to reconnect back up to the lovely drive-away awning. Well, poor old Crocs, we both had a bit of a snooze back at the van, but now we're going to have a bit of a walk in the forest up past the Glendhu Gorge. Now, while I was waiting for Nikki, I was just looking at this gateway, and there's some rather nice cave-like formations on the lintel of it, which I'm assuming must be from the lime mortar, because I think that rock is granite. But yeah, very nice. So right outside the site is the cycle route 78, which goes all the way along the length of the loch, I think. Not sure where it starts and finishes, but it's literally right outside the campsite, and it gives you access to all of Barcaldine Forest. Barcaldine Forest, I think, is how you say it. Well, we're going to head up this path to have a look at the gorge. Look at that lovely old bridge, look. Marvellous. There is a beautiful spot here down by the river. This is Glendhu, D-U-B-H. Well, I'm not sure, I suppose that's the river. Doob. 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 That's turning into very much a holiday of marvellous waterfalls, this trip, isn't it? Absolutely splendid though. And everywhere we've been in Scotland, it's amazing how clear the water is. You wouldn't see the water this clear further south, I don't think. It is quite remarkably crystal clear. And all this is just a few yards from the campsite. Look at these mossy old roots that have been undermined by the river. I love that, a very nice effect. And the river's cutting a deeper gorge as you head higher up. Old up-ended tree root up there. That'd be nice for your stumpery, wouldn't it? Yeah, I could quite happily spend hours wandering in the woods like this. It's always stuff to see, isn't there? The old gorge is still getting deeper. Quite a rocky old uneven path really. Worth turning around and having a look at the view back down the gorge. Pretty spectacular place really. See, the footpath crosses the gorge on that wooden bridge up there. Should get a good view from that. And here we are on the bridge, look, and that's proper thundering down there, I guess, after all that rain we had last night. And the gorge continues in a very deep cleft up towards what I think is a reservoir near the top. And all this is within 10 minutes walk of the campsite. Well, a bit further up the gorge I believe is a reservoir. I'm not sure we'll get that far, but we'll have a little wander up and see what else we can see in the woods. We're still following the course of the river, but it's not in such deep gorge now. Well, we're not going to make it to the reservoir, we're heading back down now, but it's been an absolutely gorgeous walk, and yeah, highly recommend coming up here if you stay on the camping and caravanning club site at Barcaldine. Just having a quiet evening now in the van. I've got some toast and some tea on, and yeah, I guess we'll have to decide what we're going to do tomorrow. Well, we're having a bit of a slow morning this morning. Nikki's gone off and done some washing, and we've just had a fairly slow start, but we're getting ready. We're going to go on the e-bikes. Going to give the e-bikes another go on the cycle route 78 and try and get up to Appin. It's on the bed of an old railway, so we should be able to keep Nikki's bike down to power level 2 because it should be fairly level going. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. It is a bit annoying not being able to use the e-bikes properly though on this holiday. Definitely have to get that fixed when we get back. Well, initially things started out well. The track was fairly level, and Nikki's battery had a full charge. She was able to keep the power low, and the bike was working, providing some electrical assistance. Soon though, she began to experience some difficulties, and the familiar problem of the bike motor cutting out whenever it was put under any significant load reappeared. But she was determined that we were going to go on and see Castle Stalker, so on we pressed. And there we go, the very dramatic Castle Stalker. It is usually open for sort of pre-booked, arranged visits, but at the moment it's not. It hasn't reopened after the whole COVID thing. And on the way back, we stopped at the well-situated Craigan Inn for some lunch and a bit of a drink. Well deserved, I think, after all that riding. Well, it's much later in the afternoon and we've just had a quiet afternoon on the site really. Nikki's been relaxing here in the van and I've been out for another walk through the forest. But tomorrow it'll be time to move on again. So we hope you'll join us in the next video when we move on to the shores of Loch Lomond.